Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel of OCD Recovery, where today I'm here to tell you about the hard truth surrounding the majority of the OCD, PTSD/CPTSD, GAD, panic disorder, body dysmorphic disorder, TMS, CFS/ME, TMS and CRPS, and CFS/ME, chronic fatigue syndrome, and hyperawareness of pain and pain syndromes. Those forms are even worse than OCD. I'm here to talk about the brutal realities and the differences between our content and everyone else. There is no comparison. The people in this company have walked the journey, and that's why people come in to see us. It's not that if you've never walked OCD, you can't have information on it, but it's very hard to connect emotionally with OCD and anxiety sufferers without going through it. And you can see that with the lack of moderation and all the reassurance in what we have to do on a daily basis. Just the work that goes into reading and responding YouTube comments in our Facebook group that has 30,000 people coming up on 31,000 people. I mean, if we don't moderate it, we'll lose it. It will be like every other forum. Before I go any further, please subscribe. Hit that like button down below. Phil@OCDrecovery.com. Please, again, do not sit in silence. We can help you. We can show you how to get better. I can teach you the ins and outs, what needs to happen, why ERP is not the gold standard, why unconditional self-life other acceptance is the gold standard, why there's no such thing as an ego-dystonic thought, and why the term ego-dystonic is reassurance in of itself. Ego-dystonic, against my values, thoughts against my values. That is self-reassurance. Anyone using that term does not understand OCD. Everything about mental solving. Why? There's so many things I can cover. Now, if OCD Recovery, our company, goes away tomorrow, every coach stops coaching. We don't speak about this anymore. No more content. Let's just be very realistic here. Hope goes down the drain very quick. The remainder of the forums, the remainder of the people working with OCD, I work with people from the top organizations on earth. I coach PhD master psychologists. I coach psychiatrists, different surgeons, people that work in the field that come to me. I remember a guy a couple years ago, 3 years ago now, that came from a big practice in California. And I asked him, why are you coming to see me? He was a psychiatrist. And he said, because none of my coworkers have any idea what OCD is about. But they think they do, but they know nothing. You can't blame them. It's very easy to get frustrated. Right now I'm very passionate because so many people stay stuck, but I have to deal with this all day long. How many OCD and anxiety sufferers tell me, I stay away from your Facebook, man. Wow, your Facebook is an open forum. It's negative. Yeah, but if you run, I'm not saying you have to be in there, but if you run from all the bad information, you're going to build this monster that you cannot keep in a cage, and it's going to explode and feel 100 times worse than it is. Okay, so let's look at the Facebook group. Our Facebook group, it's like 30.2 thousand members. 80 to 99% of all posts are reassurance, which means, and comments, which means I have to go in there as part of my job to help spread correct awareness and write stuff like, this is reassurance, this is reassurance, this is reassurance. I can't explain why on everything. I don't have the time to do that. I'm too busy doing calls, making content, and working in other areas of the business. But I have to write that. No, this isn't reassurance. That's not reassurance. No way. Why would you say that? Someone just put this, it's always the same thing. It was like a photo of a sky or a sunset with flowers, and it was like, the peace of mind comes from letting go. And that's great, and that's a great sentiment. That's not going to do shit for OCD. Nothing. It's going to make you feel good in the moment. It's not going to actually help you get better. This is how you get better. Ready? One day you could lose control and you could kill someone. What? Actually, did you know that you could actually be dead? And I am a projection of you right now. Excuse me? You might notice you're breathing for the rest of your life. All of those things. But the more you try to escape these things, the more that you try to run from these realities of unconditional acceptance, the worse off you're going to be. So I'm telling you right now, you need to be careful what forums you're in. You have to be very careful what dating coaches you're listening to. How often do I see big channels of dating advice give any sort of substantial, unconditional self-life, other acceptance belief systems based around dating advice? Almost never. Almost never. Especially if the content is made. Hello, Erica just walked in. Especially if they went for a walk. I'm making a video right now. She won't walk because it's thundering and tightening out. Lightning and thundering. So this is what happens when I'm on a call too, and Erica comes home because I should be in my office and I'm here. So, but all these things that people send me about forums and the amount of young men that send me forums and videos. What do you think about this? The device is garbage. Like, don't lock in, dude. Don't talk to girls until you make $400,000 a year. Nonsense. Just total nonsense. And when I've done this, I've gone to other OCD and anxiety platforms. I've gone to their pages. And some of them are huge. No matter where you go. Facebook, TikTok, Reddit, all of them. It is the most depressing, sad, understandably depressing place there is, with no moderation. A correct OCD and anxiety group has to be moderated by people who have been there, who understand it, and know the ins and outs of the disorder. Which means it's my job, painfully so, to tell you constantly why that won't work, why that's reassurance. And I know it pisses you off. I know you don't like it. I know you curse me. I know you hate me. But that doesn't bother me because my goal, my overarching goal, is to give you the best information. It's similar to nutrition. Calories in, calories out, if it fits your macros, is the most only thing that matters. Are you taking in less calories over time? Are you taking in a maintenance calories over time? Or are you eating a little bit over a surplus here and there with moderation, 80-20 principle with balance? Everything else is noise. We've known this for 20 years, but it's like, no, this tip, this trick, no, keto makes you lose fat faster. No, fasting is fucking, prolongs telomere length. All this stuff that doesn't even matter. Sure, there's some applicability, but long-term consistency with eating around what your body needs in calories and training, periods of training, taking a deload, periods of training, taking a deload, for 30 years will outdo all of the other nonsense and noise. And this is what I have to do in the OCD and anxiety community day in and day out of my entire life. And it's frustrating for me. It's hard for me. Put yourself, I've never said this in a video, put yourself in my shoes. I've had people say this to me. Numerous people say I would fucking front flip into a volcano if I had your job. I like to say that. But they would be like, I would never be able to do what you do. There's no way. Because it's so, so, so difficult. Oh, you can walk past if you want. you just message. She's like, I don't want to interrupt your video. She literally was just standing there the whole time. Look at Daisy right now. Just sitting there because she absolutely hates the rain and the thunder. Ooh, where'd it go? So, okay. And that's the way it goes. There's not many things in life that actually matter. It's small things compounded over an extended period of time for 20, 30 years. There's about 5 things in business that matter. About 5. You could take all these different things and they'll still come back to these 5 points. And if you do these 5 points well and you have all the resources, there's no telling you're going to be successful. Just like when I tell people in the groups, read the books, break down your belief systems, change your behaviors, take a multi-year horizon, but what can you do today to change that? This is the brutal reality of why we make more content than anyone. I see these other pages. Oh man, we really stretched ourselves. We made 3 videos this month. 3 videos? 3 videos? What? Between all of us, between videos, content, and shorts, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of pieces of content a month. I would say on average, between all of our social media platforms, all the Instagrams, all the TikTok, all the videos, we're probably putting out 1,000 to 1,500 pieces of content a month. We have flooded the market and the people have spoken. They know and they get it. They're like, they've had it. They're inside my head. How many people on the first call that come from a forum that have been stuck for years and I say, okay, just hold on for a second. I'd like to do this flow chart where I say core fear and I talk about why they're stuck. How many people have I done that with where they say, holy shit, I've never had anyone explain it like that. You're in my head right now. I said, I could be. Dun, dun, dun. That's a scary thought in your head. Imagine being in my head. That's really fucking scary. So, all hyperactiveness. But it's the truth. And that is why we do what we do. Not everyone's going to agree with this. That's fine. Not everyone's going to like this. That's also fine. You can try to leave things there. You could try to use mindfulness. You can use Reiki and diet changes and all these things. And you think you're going to be able to shortcut your way out of it. And you're going to message me in 5 years from now, having 10 panic attacks a day, telling me how scared you are. And I don't want that. I don't want that. I want you to get better. I tell people, I cannot have more faith in you to get better than you want to get better. I can't do that. I've tried. I tried for the first couple of years of my coaching. I would be like, oh my God. I'd be at dinner and be like, oh my God. And Erica, sweet Erica, would be like, remember how bad you were? Remember when you didn't listen? I mean, shut up. So, but it's the truth. I had to learn that. I had to learn perspectives of being a coach. I'm telling you right now, there is hope. You can get better. You need to be careful. There is so much bad information out there. The majority of information between OCD, all the PTSD world, GAD, panic disorder, body dysmorphia, like I said, CFS and ME, TMS and CRPS, the information is terrible. You have any idea how many people come see me with TMS and the CRPS? Attention myositis syndrome, sensory motor of pain, as I like to call it, that work with well-intentioned top people. And I go, what have you been doing with this individual? Why are you not better? Now, that could be because of you. We can't just blame the coaches and the doctors. We know that. You have a responsibility. You. You didn't ask for OCD, TMS, CFS, but you have a responsibility to put as much work in as you can within reason. Anyway, and they tell me what they've been doing. They tell me I'm not in danger. They tell me I'm safe. What? That's not going to work if you have an OCD twist. If you do not have the OCD genetic component, you can kind of get away with some basic recommendations of TMS and CRPS. I know it's the truth. But if you have OCD, which is what all the people come from to work with me, I'm telling you, you would be shocked how many people I work with just this category. All the information I've been told is wrong. All of it. Literally all of it. They never talk about their beliefs. I'll say this to them. What if I told you right now you'd have lingering pain forever? No! It's like me even saying that. The reaction that they give me on the phone has shown me they've never been told that in their life. Ever. Which that means, if that's not being said, what is being said? Whatever is being said is not correct. Phil at OCD Recovery, you can get better. Phil at OCDrecovery.com. Yeah, I forgot to say .com. And hope to hear from you soon. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.